Hello and welcome to the Pay It Forward podcast with Payable. I'm your host, Doug Mackenzie, and on today's episode, we're going to be looking at how organizations, very large, can get huge value add to their customers. And joining me here today is Julian Martín from Alibaba Group. Julian, how are you doing?
Very good. Thanks for inviting me.
It's such a pleasure having you on the show. And Julian, could you tell our viewers a bit more about yourself and your role?
Yeah, so I'm the payments director for Miravia Group, for Miravia company, which is within the Alibaba Group. So it's a new e-commerce model that we launched in Spain in December 2022. So we are a quite new business in Spain, but we have seen a very rapid growth in over the past few months.
I mean, that's absolutely amazing because right now payments themselves are going through growth. When you hear a company that's on that same trajectory, that's super. So I'm really intrigued at, what is your strategic view of payments within your company? How does that play alongside what value customers are going to be getting out of their payments in the future?
Yeah, so as I said, we launched in December 2022. So, and although we launched our business quite recently, we have built a payments offering that's ahead of our main competitors already.
Wow.
So having multiple payment options plays a very important role in driving customer satisfaction and also facilitating simplest transactions. So I believe consumer preferences are changing, and therefore businesses must adapt to it and offer secure and convenient payments that users need, right? So for me, I believe this can change a little bit depending on the industry where your company operates, but there are a few fundamental aspects that your company must take into account when choosing what new payment integrations to onboard, right? So I would say the first one is the coverage. So making sure that you are onboarding payment methods that have big market share. Second one, it's experience, so of the customer. So assuring or having payment methods that can speed up and facilitate the payment process.
Yeah.
And the third one would be, I would say, the audience. So thinking on your target audience and offer them the payment methods they want. So for example, in Spain, we launched the largest peer-to-peer payment method called Bizum. And it was a real success because we saw a lot of users moving from traditional payment methods to Bizum, which was a great success.
What I'm really excited with, because once you've got that down, that's what every customer wants. But we're starting to get to the point now where we can talk about value-added services on top of that. What is the concept of value-added services on top of a payment? Because a lot of people outside the industry they're like, I just want to get it paid. But we're going to start seeing that change, right?
Yeah. Well, first of all, to me, value-added payment service means any type of solution that benefits the end user, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes going even beyond the payment itself, right? So when the users are gonna select a new payment method, they normally look at or think of, okay, I want a secure payment method, a convenient payment method, flexibility, familiarity, right? So these type of things. But also there are other type of tangible benefits that users can get when they choose a specific payment method. And I'm referring to cashback and discounts.
Right?
Okay. So, so users normally get these from issuers or from banks, sometimes also from airline companies, as they have car payments that they give rewards that users can redeem when they travel, things like that. But I think this opens up the door for merchants to improve the way in which we can deliver those value-added payment services to users, right? And in Miravia, we have launched quite recently a few features. So one of them is instant off payment discount. So for certain payment methods, after the user entered their payment information, we apply direct money discounts, right? And it happens before the user make the payment.
Yeah.
And the second thing is giving our user cashback, our bank partners. So basically, the user can double benefit from the discount that they get in our platform, and they can get additional cashback from the bank partner, right? So I think this is really important, significantly important for the partners or bank partners we work with. As from the merchant side, we can really influence the user behavior on a positive way, right? Because they will get benefit. And in exchange, our bank partners and rest of payment ecosystem will increase transactionality, market share, and at the end of the day, also like user engagement with the clients.
It's fascinating because the more touch points a company can have is just going to be better because it just increases the data yield and it's going to be clean data because the customer is putting forward those ideas in the future. Now, that means that I feel like organizations can almost monetize that. How do you see, for instance, some of those value adds activating those touch points and creating a whole new revenue stream for a lot of organizations?
So, in my mind, direct monetization of value-added payment services wouldn't be the first priority.
Oh, okay.
So first priority would be delivering that value to the user, and that will have a positive impact on P&L because happier customers will transact more. In the most priority for us has been buy now, pay later for buyers. So I think this is becoming a must-have solution for an e-commerce like ours.
Totally.
And especially when you are targeting younger audiences like our platform, because this type of younger population are less familiar with using a credit card. Probably most of them never had a credit card. So it's very
never
important.
Needed to because they can buy everything they need just at point of sale, right?
Correct. So they need solutions
Yeah.
on point of sale, as you are saying, to finance their purchases. So in Spain, we have seen this payment method has gained a lot of popularity over the past few years.
Yeah.
And although the market share or the penetration of buy now, pay later in Spain is relatively low, around 2%, we compare to other European neighbors, such as Germany or Sweden, and we realized that the opportunity to reach higher penetration is there. And then, as I said, from a population or demographic perspective, I think this is really important for Gen Z and millennials, as they feel a little bit opposed to use credit cards, right?
Definitely.
So,
I mean, with that in mind, we're talking about a younger generation being dramatically different in their payment preferences to anyone that's gone before. Not just that, we're looking at local payment methods, alternative payment methods. How important do you see partnerships with other payment companies to really create the best-in-class service for Miravia and Alibaba?
Yeah. So at the end of the day, e-commerce main expertise is not payments as such. Our expertise is operating an e-commerce platform where payments or other value added services are embedded.
Yeah.
So I think partnerships and collaborations with payment partners, with payment companies, should be at the core of any e-commerce platform, because there are a lot of synergies and a lot of opportunities between e-commerce and payment companies, right? So I think by partnering with payment companies on the e-commerce industry, that can translate into first increase acceptance rate, reduce churn, and also increase the efficiency of your operations. Secondly, as I said before, improve the customer experience by delivering them exclusive benefits. And third, by looking for growth opportunities and sometimes additional source of revenues, right? So in our case, in Miravia, so we've launched a few great partnerships over the past few months. So one is with Neobank N26.
Oh, wow.
To deliver our users benefits in the form of cashback and discounts. Also with the buy now, pay later player Klarna to offer flexible options to pay. And as I mentioned before as well, with the largest peer-to-peer payment method in Spain, Bizum, as part of our loyalty program.
That's amazing. Well, Julian, it sounds like it's all kicking off. So thank you so much for your insights, and I'm really excited to find out more in the future.
Sure. Thank you.
Now, that's all we've got time for on today's episode, but you can catch the rest of the series and so much more over at payable.com. Thank you very much, and goodbye.